Arty, we've got a lot to talk about, including Lost in Loving You, including One More Thing, Taking Me Higher, and we're possibly going to talk about some questions that you have never been asked before.
What happened in Miami?
No, what happens in Miami stays in Miami.
Stays in Miami.
Arty, welcome back to America's Dance 30.
Thank you for having me.
You know, I got to apologize right up front because I went back to see the last time that you were on AD30, and besides chatting at Miami Music Week, it's been over 3 years since you've been on the show.
For real? It's like it felt like it was yesterday.
I know. Well, that's because we just chatted in Miami.
Yeah, because I it's like I keep seeing you in Miami every single year, and it is so amazing. You know, it's like seeing all your friends, and it feels like yesterday.
Absolutely. And it's always great chatting with you, so I appreciate your time. How have you
Likewise.
been?
I've been doing great. A lot of stuff that is in works, but very, very happy about everything, for sure.
That's so awesome to hear. I saw the collab that you did with Peloton. How did that happen that you were spinning in a Peloton class?
I was not spinning. I was spinning decks.
Yeah. I mean playing. I mean mixing.
And I fucking loved that. Like, that was amazing. The fact that I didn't have to spin the bicycle and not doing, it was like not doing the hard work. And I was looking around, like, and all the people that was like, they were really pushing. And I was like, oh my God, my job is so easy. I'm just like, I'm having a blast right now because it's the easiest thing I could do right now because those people actually do cardio. I hate cardio, by the way. So
it was so funny when you took a second to say, I have to take a drink. Like you were the one that had to be hydrated.
Yeah, I know. And that was the craziest part about it. Here's the thing, is like the Peloton studio in New York, where we're filming it, it's like a proper nightclub. I'm not even joking. It's like, it's very loud. The sound is amazing. The lights is like, it can strobe the hell out of you. And I was like, this is the dream. This is the dream. It's like, because the people actually bouncing up and down all the time because like they have to do the Peloton class and it's like they competing against each other. So it's like, it's a very competitive, space where the people actually going into the rage mode like all the time. I was like, this is like one of the best crowds I've ever had in my life.
It kind of
I'm not joking, dude.
It reminded me of, and I don't know if you played there or you saw it, but I was at Tomorrow World one time when the festival in Atlanta that got shut down.
Yeah.
And they had something for the campers where in the morning they got up and they had a DJ and they had bikes there for people to do like Peloton stuff. I was like, what, at like 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, what is happening right now?
Yeah, I know. It was like 10 in the morning. It's pretty brutal. I think it was like I played EDC. I want to say it's like 2018, 2019, at where they put in the
camping
residence. Yeah, the camp is like, yes, exactly, EDC camp. Like I played it at 9 in the morning, and I was on a stage that was very tiny, and there was like 4 friends of mine, and I thought the stage is just gonna go down at any given point, and the people in front was still raging. I was like, this is 9 in the morning. I'm dying. I was like, in 5 hours, I have a flight to New York because it's like I have another show. Like, I think it was like I was playing in Mirage the day after that. It's like, how the hell are people doing it?
So crazy.
And you know what? It's like, I absolutely love you for what you do because this is amazing. Like, that makes my morning. I played EDC is like the night before, which was just like 12 to 1 or something. So it was like we had to stay up all the way up until 9 in the morning. I was definitely is like that's definitely in the books of great memories.
That is insane, but those are the real
Yeah.
ones right there. Now, before we talk about your incredible music, I asked ChatGPT to give me some questions that Arty has never been asked before. So I want to test this out and see if it's for real, all right?
Did Chat GPT ask you who's Artie?
No, it knew who you were and it wanted to ask you some questions.
Oh, hell yeah.
If your synth presets could talk, what would your favorite lead patch say about you?
Wait, come again?
ChatGPT is way too high for us.
Did you actually ask ChatGPT?
Hand to God, I asked ChatGPT for some questions you have never been asked.
You know, there's like the preset batches usually it's like one name. So it's like I need to come up with one word. No, actually I have two words. Hell yeah or yeah. Whatever works.
I love it. All right.
Yeah.
If
So sorry.
you don't have to
I don't have
apologize.
any better answer.
No, that's awesome. If NASA asked you to create the soundtrack for communicating with aliens, what elements would you include and why? I got to give ChatGPT credit on these.
This is one of the best questions I've ever had in my life, and the most complicated questions to actually answer because they're so good.
Let me start this over. I came up with these questions, not ChatGPT.
It's a little bit too late for that, isn't it?
It totally is. I can never come up with questions this good.
Wait, so the aliens,
If you
if
were
I
making
need
the
to
soundtrack,
communicate with the aliens,
what would you
soundtrack.
use and why?
Oh my God, my answer is going to be so boring, but I think it's like I would use the world instruments. You know, it's like very specific Russian, Chinese, African, American, like very old school instruments
Like a didgeridoo for
in a way
Australia.
to, yeah, in a way to just, it's like try to communicate the culture of the planet instead of trying to go alien because we don't have any idea how they communicate.
Right.
What's their language? So you probably just want to sell them like our culture in the first place, rather than going like, okay, it's like I'm gonna try to communicate with you on a alien language.
That was not a boring answer at all. That was a very intelligent answer.
That's what makes it boring.
Oh, stop. Finally, if your music were a flavor, what would it taste like? So you're saying you've never been asked these questions before?
I swear to God, never in my life. That is insanity.
What would be the flavor of Arty music?
You know what? It's like I have a pretty easy answer for that. Recently, I mean, I'm gonna say like for the past 9 months, I've been in a hot chilies in a can, and he was like, "Eat it," and it was like the smaller the chili, the hotter it goes, and you're like almost like killing yourselves. But here's the thing: you eat the chili, and it's an insane push for dopamine. And you're just like, oh my God, I'm alive. I can go. Let's go. So it's like, that's exactly what I do like at 12, it was like in the midnight, or it was like 1 in the morning. It was like, eat the chili just as like to go further if like I need a little bit of a push in the studio. So yeah,
So it'd be chili.
hot chili. Hot chili.
Somehow that just totally belittles Arty music. But it's such a great answer. Let's talk about your incredible music. First of all, congratulations on the incredible success of Lost in Loving You with Louis III.
Thank you. That track I absolutely love. Um, we're in London writing this track back in I want to say August 2024. We made an entire track in 2 hours.
The entire thing?
There's like entire thing in 2 hours. Obviously, there's like there was things that needed to be fixed, but uh, entire idea came up together in 2 hours. I was in the studio prior to that with the head of A&R for Mata, very close friend of mine, Harry, and I played him the idea, the instrumental idea that had, and it was like African influenced vocals on that. Like he said, I was like, this is perfect. That's what you should play. Uh, Play instrumental and see how it goes. So I played instrumental, and literally it was like in next 15 minutes, like we had a hook.
Unbelievable.
And that was it. That was it. Like after you have a hook, like everything goes so easy.
Do you normally work by starting with an instrumental and presenting that, or
It really depends who you're working with and what is the vibe in the first place. Sometimes it can be instrumental. Sometimes like people need a little bit of a influence from or inspiration from. It's like where you want to go with, it's like with the song. And sometimes it's much easier just to go from the scratch and just to like play a couple of chords on piano.
now when you guys were done with the entire thing in 2 hours, was there a lot of tweaking with it afterwards, or was that pretty much it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
I love how you laugh at that. Oh, yeah.
I mean, the record was finished, I think it was like October, November. So we're talking about like 2, 3 months.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like it's like the last 10% on a record takes the most time.
Gotcha. Well, let's talk about another smash, One More Thing, with your good friend Audien. How was that song born with Sarah Davis?
That also took some time. Like a little bit of a time for sure. We got this vocal that was pitched to us also in 2024, like around summer. And I was working on a production, and in a moment I thought it was like it would be perfect track for me and Nate coming back together and it's like and having a collab because it's been a minute since the last track came out. I think that was like I don't know, it was like 6, 7 years. And I sent it to Nate and I gave him a call. I was like, hey, this is a perfect track. We need to finish it. He was like, I love it. I'll do my thing. So he took it to a completely next level. I mean, it took a time for sure, but here we are.
Oh, it's such a good song.
I
I
love the
love,
track.
yeah. It's got such a great sound to it.
Yeah, and I think that like I did a lead melody that I thought it was
So did the aliens. No.
yeah, it's like I was trying to talk to aliens at this point. And I was like, Nate, I don't think this melody is good. And he was like, what are you talking about? Like this melody is great. Just like make it more pump. I was like, what are you saying? This melody is terrible. He's like, no, this melody is great. And then I listened to it as like as the final version. It was like when Nate went into his face and he was like he did just like the Audien drop. I was like on the top of like what I did before that, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. Now we can talk to the aliens, I guess.
Well, it definitely came together well. I'm glad
Yeah.
you kept it in.
Me too.
And finally, let's talk about your latest smash, Taking Me Higher with MRYN. How did that song come out?
MRYN? That's how you pronounce it. It's like I was trying to figure out I was like how I was supposed to pronounce it.
I don't know if that's right. I just went onto her Instagram.
It was MRYN or Rin, but oh my God, she is so goddamn good. It's insane. So the top line was pitched to me from Armada, and I listened to it, and I was like, "Oh my God, this gives me so many uh good old time memories about like when I started to make music in the first place. Like I want to do something that represents me as an artist when I started to making music. Like I want to, like I want to feel the joy of me being 18, 19 years old. It's like sitting in my, like in my bedroom next to my bed, so like 1 feet away, uh, working on music with no proper speakers. I'm pretty sure I didn't have any speakers at that time. I was like, I want to replicate the moment. I want to get myself into the moment, what actually made me an artist who I am today. That's how Taking Me Higher came out.
That's amazing.
In
So
terms of production, like it's very diabolical back in the day production that has been made in few hours in one day.
and when you were done with it, did you say to yourself, yes, this gives me the feeling of Arty back in the day?
Yeah, absolutely. Because then it was like I made another 3 or 4 tracks.
Oh my God.
Because Taking Me Higher just only a start of something that I cannot talk about it yet, but yeah.
So what you're saying is 2025 is going to be the year of Arty.
Oh yeah, I mean every year is a year
Yes.
of me trying to talk to aliens.
Well, I can't wait to talk to you the next time to talk more about some chili.
Yeah, and chili too.
And chili. Arty, congratulations on everything that's been going on for you. It is always
brother.
great chatting with you. Thank you
So
for
good
your
to see
time
you.
with us on America's Dance 30.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much for having me.
I swear to God, those were it was like 10 questions and I just took the 3 best ones.
I'm fucking dying right now.
I'm glad you liked them.
Whatever prompt you use for ChatGPT for the questions, please like keep using it for other interviews with other artists because that was fucking hilarious.